Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good day. Today we're going to uncover the moment Alex realizes the threat isn't outside his gate at all, but inside the choices he's already signed. The weekend came in quietly. Wind brushed the bamboo fence and made it sound like someone whispering. A plastic milk bag clinked at the gate. Mr. Vi stepped in with it, and Alex's mother followed behind. As the bag hit the wooden step, something slipped out. A folded sheet of paper, clean and stiff, landing flat in the dirt. Henry, running toward them, skidded to a stop. "Grandma! Aunt Vi!" he shouted, then pointed down. "What's that?" Tuna had come out with 2 cups of water. She stopped mid-step when she saw the paper. Not because it was dramatic, because it didn't belong. Mrs. Vi tried to laugh it off. "Probably a receipt," she said, reaching for it. Alex's mother lifted one hand. Stop. Her hand was steady, her eyes were not. It was the look of someone who had learned, the hard way, that danger doesn't always shout. The yard went quiet. Even Henry went still, sensing the change without understanding. Tuna set the cups down. Her voice was calm, but it had an edge. "Where did you buy the milk?" Mrs. Vi blinked, caught. "Just the supermarket near my place," she said. Alex's mother crouched and picked up the paper between 2 fingers. The ink smelled fresh. Too fresh. No price, no store logo, only a single line printed in thick block letters. In the corner was a pale blue stamp, half rubbed. Just enough shape to tighten Alex's mother's jaw. Henry leaned in. "Can I see?" Tuna stepped closer and guided Henry behind her knee. Not pulling, just placing him there. Alex's mother turned the paper slightly, shielding it from Henry. Then she slid it into her sleeve. Mrs. Vi's smile vanished. "What is it?" she asked. Alex's mother didn't answer, because the name printed across the top was not hers, or Mrs. Vi's, or Tuna's. It was Henry's full name. Mrs. Vi carried the bags inside like nothing had happened. But her eyes kept cutting back to Alex's mother's sleeve. Tuna didn't tell Henry to go play. She guided him there anyway. "Go show Grandma your drawings," she said. Henry ran to the corner with the coloring books, already humming to himself. Alex's mother spoke, barely above the kettle. "That stamp," she said, "it's from a warehouse." Mrs. Vi frowned. "No, it was just—" She stopped, hearing how weak it sounded. Tuna sat down. "Did anyone follow you here?" she asked. Mrs. Vi's hand tightened on her phone. "No," she said too fast. Alex's mother watched her like a locked door. "You said supermarket," she murmured. "Which one?" Mrs. Vi looked away. "In town," she said, then added, "I don't remember the name." Tuna didn't raise her voice. "Henry is in a routine now," she said. "School in the morning. Home in the afternoon. If someone's writing his name, they know our rhythm." Mrs. Vi's throat moved. "I didn't buy it," she admitted. "I picked it up." "From where?" Tuna asked. Mrs. Vi hesitated, then said it like a confession. "From the company. Lan said it was a care package. She said it was from Alex. She said it would make Mum feel less alone." Alex's mother's face went flat. "Lan," she repeated. Tuna looked toward the road, then back. "Why would Lan know my gate?" she asked. Mrs. Vi tried to answer and couldn't. Henry laughed in the corner, crayons marching across paper. Safe. And that made everything worse. Alex's mother stood and turned on the small monitor connected to the farm cameras. 2 feeds, gate and road. She didn't explain when she installed them. Then the contradiction arrived. On the gate camera, earlier that morning, a company van had stopped for less than a minute. A man stepped out. He slid something through the bamboo slats, then drove away. Mrs. Vi stared at the screen, her voice thinned. "That's not possible," she said. "I never came here this morning." Tuna's phone lit up, a preschool message. "Reminder, please confirm the authorized pickup list for Henry." Tu Na didn't look at Mrs. Vi anymore. She looked at Alex's mother, and the older woman said the part no one wanted to hear. Someone used your name to reach our gate. At the factory, Alex watched the clock turn slow. A partner message blinked on his screen. Approved the dispatch in 10 minutes, or we cancel the order. 10 minutes. The length of a child's bedtime story, the length of a family waiting at a table. His phone lit up again. Tu Na's photo, Henry on the floor, coloring, mouth open in a laugh. A house with too many windows. Under it, 2 words, come home. Alex stared at the approval form. If he refused, the partner would walk. Workers would lose pay. The month's stable would turn into panic. If he approved without reading, he would be gambling with a system that already moved too fast. Either way, something would break. He typed his code, stamped it, sent it. Then he rode home with sawdust under his nails and dread in his throat. When he stepped into the yard, he heard Henry before he saw him. Henry was inside, counting names like a game. Grandma, Aunt Vi, Mom Tu Na, he said. Then quieter, Dad Alex. Alex forced a smile and walked in. Tu Na didn't rise. Alex's mother didn't either. No one accused. The silence did all the work. Alex noticed the monitor, gate, road. A paused frame of a company van near the bamboo slats. What happened? He asked. Tu Na answered with a question. Who is Lan to you today? She said. Your right hand, or your family's blind spot? Lan handles paperwork, Alex said. That's all. Mrs. Vi stepped forward, guilty. She gave me the milk, she admitted. She said it was from you. She said it was safe. Alex's mother placed the paper on the table. Careful. Alex read the top line, Henry's full name. Printed. His mother flipped it over. The pale blue stamp sat in the corner. That stamp, she said. That's not a store. That's not a stranger. Alex picked it up. His fingers tightened. Because he recognized the mark. It wasn't a logo. It was the internal dispatch stamp from his own factory. The stamp that only appeared after a delivery was approved. And beneath the faded ink was the code Alex had used 10 minutes ago. For the first time, Alex understood the threat wasn't at the gate. Someone had used Alex's own approval code to put Henry's name at their gate. Alex stepped outside. His phone was already in his hand. He called Lan. Boss, she answered, bright and careful. Did you send a care package to my family? Alex asked. A pause. Then the smooth sentence. It was on the dispatch list, Lan said. Did you send it? Alex pressed. It was approved, she replied. Approved by who? Another pause. Then the blade. By you. Alex stared at the screen. That stamp. That code. His, Lan rushed on, like speed could cover guilt. You told me not to bother you, she said. You said delays were killing the deal. You said just stamp it and move. Alex ended the call. Tu Na was on the step. You're not alone out here, she said. Alex went back in and sat down, not at the head of the table, on the side. Tu Na didn't touch the paper. What else have you approved without looking? She asked. Alex tried to find a harmless answer. There wasn't one. His mother spoke, steady. Kindness doesn't hide, she said. Kindness doesn't use your stamp. Alex said the easy lie. It could be a mistake. Tu Na's eyes didn't move. Mistakes don't print my child's full name, she said. His phone buzzed again. A partner reminder. A deadline. Alex felt the no-win choice tighten around his chest. If he shut dispatch down tonight, the order would slip. Workers would lose pay. The partner could walk. If he didn't shut it down, someone inside would keep using his authority. And the next message might not be paper. Tu Na watched him. Which loss are you choosing? She whispered. Alex swallowed. There's no safe option, he admitted. His mother leaned forward. Then stop acting like this happened to you, she said. This happened because you built a system that runs without you. Mrs. Vi's voice cut in. "Alex," she said, "tell them about the school schedule." Tu Na turned. "The schedule?" Alex froze. Weeks ago, when the partner asked for stability, he had sent a photo. Henry's preschool timetable on the fridge. Proof the family was settled. He had told himself it was harmless. Tu Na didn't shout. "You gave them our child's hours," she said. Alex started. "I didn't think—" Tu Na lifted a hand. "No," she said, "you didn't look." Alex glanced toward Henry and lowered his voice. "Vi, don't say more." "He's right there." Mrs. Vi shook her head. "I won't lie for you," she said. Alex's mother stood. "Choose," she said. "You shut it down and protect your house, or you keep it running and admit your work owns your family." Alex looked at Henry's small shoes by the door, then at Tu Na's pale, steady face, and he realized the worst part wasn't the threat. It was that he had given them the map. That night, Henry fell asleep with crayons still on his fingers, a blue smudge on his thumb, a child's proof that he was still living in the world he trusted. The adults sat in the kitchen like strangers who shared a roof, not fighting, not comforting, just listening to the quiet for signs it might break. Alex finally spoke, voice rough. "Work is picking up," he said. "We got a new order. This month, we're more stable." He said it like good news, but it landed like a misunderstanding. Mrs. Vi rubbed her palms together. "I'm staying with Mom for a while," she said. "Not because she can't live alone, because she shouldn't have to." Alex's mother nodded once. Her eyes were on the hallway where Henry slept. Alex lowered his head. "I'll shut dispatch down," he said, "just for the weekend. I'll check every approval myself." His mother didn't praise him. She asked the sharp question, "And when the partner calls? And when the workers ask why their pay is late?" Alex clenched his jaw. "I'll handle it." Tu Na's gaze lifted. "That's what you always say," she replied, "and that's how we got a paper with Henry's name." Mrs. Vi spoke quietly. "There's no clean way out," she said. "If you expose Lan, you expose yourself. If you keep her close, you keep the danger close." Tu Na's voice stayed low. "I don't want Henry to learn this house by fear," she said. "So tomorrow we act normal. We laugh when he laughs. We eat when he eats. And you don't disappear into your phone." Alex nodded, small. Mrs. Vi watched him. "If you want my help," she said, "ask. Don't assign me a role and call it family." Alex opened his mouth, then closed it. Because asking meant admitting he didn't have power, and the hidden cost was already here. They were learning to perform peace for a child who deserved the real thing. Morning came thin and grey. The bamboo fence held mist in its gaps, like breath trapped between teeth. Henry woke up happy. He didn't know the paper existed. He only knew there were people in the house again. He ran into the yard and started calling names the way he always did now. Grandma, Aunt Vi, Mom Tu Na, Dad Alex. Tu Na smiled for him. The smile cost her. Mr. Vi helped pack Henry's bag for school. Milk, a spare shirt, the crayons he refused to leave behind. Alex's mother watched from the gate. Her hand rested on the bamboo slat, steady. She looked like someone guarding a line you couldn't see. Alex put his phone in his pocket and didn't take it out. He walked Henry to the motorbike. He buckled Henry's helmet strap with hands that still remembered the paper's sharp edge. Tu Na stood in the doorway. "Tonight," she said softly, "you tell me what you decide. No more later." Alex nodded. "I will," he said. And he meant it. That didn't guarantee anything. As they rolled toward town, Alex's phone buzzed inside his pocket. He didn't answer, then it buzzed again. He still didn't answer. At a red light, he glanced down anyway. A message preview from Lan. "Partner visit today. They want to meet the family. Bring Henry." Alex's grip tightened on the handlebar. The street noise suddenly felt too close, Too many eyes, too many easy smiles that could be masks. He reached the preschool gate. Henry jumped down and ran a few steps, then turned back and waved. "Dad, Alex," he called, bright, trusting. Alex raised a hand back, then he looked across the street. A familiar company van was parked half in shadow. Engine off, driver inside, watching. Alex's throat went dry. He could turn around. Take Henry home, lose the deal, protect the child. Or he could walk Henry through the gate, keep the order alive, and pretend this was normal. Henry waited, small and patient, hand reaching for his. And Alex realized the next step wasn't business or parenting. It was a signature made with his feet.